Securavan.
Are your shipments being raided?
Securavan.
Worried brigands, thieves, and marauders are on your trade routes?
Securavan.
Tired of illegal tolls on bridges? Securavan Insurance can assist you in ensuring your goods make it to their destination. For a nominal fee, Securavan will secure your caravan against the most common threats preventing your financial success. Contact Securavan Insurance today. That's
Securavan.
And hello, welcome back. We are going to go over the letter from Jeff, who has left Intrepid Studios, Jeffrey Bard. It's sad to hear. I seen it over the developer update. I had not, I've been busy working, unfortunately, so I didn't see this when it first came out a couple of days ago. So this is going to be my live reaction to it. I want to say before I read the video, you know, it's a sad day. I really like Jeff. I really liked a lot of his ideas, his point of view on things. I really enjoyed just watching him get excited, because whenever he got excited, his shoulders would move. He'd get wriggly in his chair when he got excited, and it was almost contagious. And so it's sad to hear that he's left. I want to read the letter that was put out, so that maybe we can get some insight, and as a way of showing at least my appreciation for Mr. Jeffrey Bard. And I mean, I think he brought a lot to Ashes of Creation, and it's sad to see him go. So let's do that. Actually, let me to Mr. Bard's letter. Update my stream here. Okay, so a message to the community, May 27th, 2021. Let's make sure, yeah, most of it's showing up here. Let's just move this over a little bit so that everybody can read it along with me. Glorious Ashes community. Over the past few years together, it has been an incredibly exciting time watching the world of Vera come to life with each new development update. As you well know, making an MMORPG of our size and ambition is a tremendous amount of work, with many moving pieces and countless hours of dedication from a lot of different people and disciplines. It is thanks to the many hardworking and incredibly talented developers at Intrepid Studios that we continue to forge ahead on our development journey. With Alpha 1 coming up soon, our team returning back to the studio, and the tremendous growth we have had over the last year, the future for Intrepid and Ashes of Creation is bright. Although, today, we must give a bittersweet farewell to Jeffrey Bard, as he has decided to pursue his passions in the VR space. We are extremely grateful for his contributions to the project, and we shall always hold dear the great memories we made together, the friendships we created, and of course, the imprint he has left on the world of Vera. Sorry, this is my first time reading this. Our creative director, Stephen Sharif, along with our incredibly talented senior designers, will be stepping up to assume Jeff's responsibilities in the meantime. We will continue building upon our progress alongside the many amazing additions to our team we've gained over the past several months. From the beginning, Jeff's focus has been to help implement the vision that Stephen has had for Ashes of Creation, and during Jeff's time on the project, he was a glorious champion for that vision. Everyone at Intrepid Studios wishes Jeff all the best in his future endeavors. We're excited to watch Jeff as he continues to do great things as a designer, leader, and gamer. Please see a personal note from Jeff below. So yeah, I really hope that we'll get to see Jeff in game. I really hope that at some point, Mr. Bard will be around, and we'll be able to enjoy interacting with him. Who knows? Maybe a future DLC will be a an 8 versus 8 virtual reality arena where if you have the VR gear, you can still play Ashes of Creation, but in a VR arena that all of us could watch from the stands. Wouldn't that be phenomenal? Something to think about. That would be, and you know what? I think the technology has the potential to actually make that possible. I would like to see that. Anyways, let's read Jeffrey's letter. My dearest Ashes community, it's with a heavy heart and a considerable amount of sadness that I announce my departure from the Intrepid team. The last 5 years at Intrepid has been an incredible experience with so many memories that I will cherish. I've learned a ton, grown as a person and as a designer, and I'm always going to look back and appreciate my time here. Thankfully, Ashes of Creation is in a great place, surrounded by great people who care deeply about its success. None of that will change, and I'll be on the edge of my seat watching the continued development as part of the community. I'm going to miss every single one of you. That means you too. Those I met at PAX, at GamesCon, at GDC, those of you I've chatted with in Discord, and all of you I haven't gotten a chance to say hi to yet. You're such an important part of this process, and it's one of the things I'll miss most. There's nothing quite like this game, and certainly nothing quite like this community. Goodbye, everyone. Stay in touch. And if you keep an eye out, you might find me lurking at the Ashes of Creation booth at some future PAX. See you in game. All my love, Jeffrey Bard. Short, sweet, to the point. What do you guys think? In our last video with the dev update, Yodamu gave some thoughts and opinions on Jeffrey's part. Uh, what do you think? What are you going to miss, Mister Bard, or do you think it's just one less person on the payroll? I mean, he probably was one of the better people on the payroll. I have no doubts that Steven probably plays very, very well. But at the same time, you have to follow you got to follow your passions. I'm sure money had nothing to do with it. Uh, it seemed like they had a great relationship. There was never anybody. There's never any indication, right? Just watching body language, that there was any stress between anybody in any of their development videos. They always seemed to really get along and be very cordial. Um, so I think this really does come down to a passion project for Jeff. I don't, there's going to be somebody out there. There always is a conspiracy theorist out there who is going to say it had to do with something or whatever, right? Some office hoopla. I would say there's absolutely nothing that I've personally seen watching every single video that they've ever put out so far. It seems like they are all wonderful friends. They got along fantastically. Um, and like I said earlier, I liked his point of view on things. I liked his ideas and his enthusiasm. I think he had a lot of enthusiasm. Uh, let's see. Barak says, I think he goes on to develop VR games, so later he'll come back to AOC to integrate new tech. Right, and that's kind of what I was saying. Wouldn't it be so cool if you could have a party of 3 to 8 people and you went into an arena and it was only virtual reality? So you could take your character from the MMO into this arena with your guildies and put on your VR gear, and then you fought against another group of people in VR gear. And then the rest of us could in game sit in the stands and watch that battle unfold, which I think would be kind of hilarious, right? Because I know I've done VR once, and I can only imagine what it's like with the little thumb thingies and whatever. I'm watching the characters kind of derp around a little bit. But I mean, I've watched people do some VR stuff on Twitch, and there's some people that have a really good handle on it. Like they're just playing these games like it's nobody's business, right? Like you're watching their camera of them in the gear and they're flailing around, but in game they're like on point, right? So outside of the game it looks funny as hell. But it's like they're doing the bird dance or something. They went but in the game they're playing, they're like acing, right? Like they're doing whatever they need to do. Uh, so I think that'd be really cool to have a VR element. And I think Steven has that foresight that I think if there was a way to do that, I think they would do it. I think Steven would be game for something like that in the future, right? Like I 100% expect um, Ashes of Creation Apocalypse to return as a battle royale mode. I 100% expect that to come back because battle royales are still very popular. They're still making lots of money, and there aren't very many that I'm aware of. I could be wrong. And there's Smite, and there's I think one or two other ones that are battle royales in a um, medieval kind of context. And I could be wrong. Smite might be a different kind of game. I don't know. I play Apex and PUBG. I used to play. Those are the only two I've ever played. I tried Fortnite. Wasn't a fan. I guess you have to be 12 to really get it. I don't know. Nothing against 12-year-olds. I just didn't get it. Anyway, so I think there could be a future for even a virtual reality MMO where everybody in the game is in VR. I think that is entirely possible, and I think you could take a concept like Ashes of Creation, or even like World of Warcraft, really, and make a VR world. Honestly, I think EVE Online might be like the first one to really go there. I think a sci-fi game would probably have an easier time navigating something like that, or even Star Citizen if it ever gets anywhere. I think actually Star Citizen would be a better option than even EVE Online, to be honest. So, but I shouldn't say anything because there's so much project creep in Star Citizen that I'm pretty sure if somebody brought up the VR, they'd be like, yes, we're going to do that. And I'm like $1,300 into that. And I don't think I'm ever going to see a game. Jibble says, miss him, sure. Liked him in updates, but don't take it as a bad thing or they had some falling out. No, exactly. I'm pretty sure, Jeffrey will probably still have some input. He'll probably still have a line of communication to Stephen and Margaret. I don't think he's gone for good. You don't spend 5 years on a project like this and wash your hands of it completely. You're always going to have some form of investment. You're always going to have um, your hand in the pot, your hand in the cookie jar to some degree, right? I'm pretty sure we'll see him in alphas or betas. I'm sure he'll be around, and he even says so much here in the letter. So I definitely wish him all the best. I've thought about getting an Oculus and doing that kind of VR stuff. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Uh, I just don't have the money for it. One day. I mean, the technology is getting more affordable. There's definitely that. Um, so yeah, I guess that it's a short letter, not a whole lot to react to. I definitely wish Jeffrey the best, and I hope we see him around the community in the future. And um, yeah, I'm excited to see what he brings to the table. If he's working in virtual reality. I mean, is it in the context of gaming? Is it in the context of engineering? Is it in the there's many different applications of virtual reality. So who knows what he's working on, and we may never know that. But if it is game related, I really hope that we'll get some hint of it through perhaps Ashes of Creation. Who knows? Maybe in a couple of years, we'll have a post or something like that from Steven saying, hey, you remember Jeffrey? He's got this new game coming out. Check it out. All right, I really look forward to something like that. I think that'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, it's sad to hear when somebody leaves, especially when they are pivotal. That they're at that top position, and most of the time when that happens, it is because of a falling out. I mean, look at what's happening with Blizzard, right? I mean, everybody's fleeing the ship because Activision is just completely destroying Blizzard. So anybody with any real talent seems to be exiting there, and those are not amicable or positive breaks. Especially when that many people are leaving one company, where again, this seems like it's a far more positive move. And chances are, my thought is chances are Jeff is probably going into a situation where he has maybe even more creative control or creative influence than he does at Intrepid Studios. And if he is very passionate about virtual reality, then I think that just means that there's going to be a far better product that he feels he's going to be able to produce versus what is already out there. So if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment below. What are your thoughts and feelings? Please like, subscribe, all the other stuff. And for everybody else who's watching this live on Twitch, yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about this. Thank you guys for hanging out for this portion of the stream.